Hey guys, today we have Abdul Wahid and he is having 2.5 year of experience in Java, Spring Boot and microservices domain. Please subscribe to this channel if you want to see more interesting videos and this video is gonna be very interesting. Please watch till end. Guys, before going ahead, let me inform you one important thing. 1 month back, Abdul purchased interview preparation kit and cracked multiple technical interviews and he is having 2-3 offers now. So Abdul, can you please review about that interview preparation kit, whether that was helpful for you or not?
Yeah, it's a good purchase for me because I have not to browse every time.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to search any question, that
Mm-hmm.
also
So all things
bundling
are in one place.
yes on place,
No one
and
need to go anywhere.
all things are interview ready. Means what you
Mm-hmm.
interview needs, that's only have written.
And
You don't
projects
have
or
you
projects or
don't
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
you don't have to think like that any extra is there
Mm-hmm.
because everything is essential in that sheet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the big thing because
Okay,
what you
okay.
need to say in the interview, that's all.
So you are happy. You are happy, right?
Yeah, I am very happy.
Okay, okay. Thank you. So, guys, whoever wants this interview preparation kit, I have provided the link to get this in the description. Please go and check it out now. Now, let's start our interview. So, Abdul, can you please introduce yourself and your recent project?
Yes, I'm Abdullah Hadija, basically from Kolkata, West Bengal.
Mm-hmm.
I done my BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering from Alia University. After
Okay.
that, I have joined TCS in 2022, and from
Mm-hmm.
then I have working with backend in TCS as a backend
Mm-hmm.
developer and
Okay.
working in Spring Boot Java developer and use as a Postgres. My recent project is a government-based project like for the
Mm-hmm.
Bihar CFS. For the Bihar government, we have developing the full uh, essential things like the employee management or what
Okay.
they are going to like scholarship or any pension related things, any salary related things, all
Okay. Okay.
the government project.
Okay. So, basically, you are working on some state projects, right? And
Yes,
managing a
yes.
scholarship and all. Okay. Okay.
Everything in
Everything.
state, everything
Okay, okay.
what
So how
for
you
the
are
buzz.
nice. So how you are scaling this project?
Scaling like I am developing. There is it's a microservice based project, and there are some
Mm-hmm.
modules. I have worked on 3 modules.
Okay.
And yet like
Mm-hmm.
one is the billing from where we can making a bill, and one is the
Mm-hmm.
e-kuber from where we can manage interaction integrated with RBI from when RBI can
Mm-hmm.
give us payment, and when RBI can't able to give any payment, then what should I need to do? And one
Okay.
is a global master, like the whole global
Mm-hmm.
data from our project.
Okay, okay. So like why are you using microservice architecture over monolithic?
Yes, because it's a very long project, it will be helpful for us to
Mm-hmm.
maintain the project, maintain the system. Because if
Okay.
we are using monolithic, the post base will be long, and
Mm-hmm.
when going to debug anything, that will take so much time. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Which one would you choose if someone asks you to work on project from scratch? Which architecture would you choose, monolithic or
It depends on the
it
architecture.
depends?
Yes, it depends on the
Mm,
architecture.
okay, okay.
Pro-
And what Java version you are using?
1.8.
1.8. Can you tell me some new features that were introduced in Java 1.8?
Yes, Stream API, Lambda,
Stream API.
expression,
So what's the
optional.
benefit of Stream APIs?
Stream API mainly if I want to use some methods in
Mm-hmm.
single place and want to not to mention this code in other places, we can use the
Okay.
Stream API.
Okay. Okay. So do we have any
Oh, sorry.
performance?
I just
Yeah, yeah,
stream
no.
API is like a stream of any collection framework. We can convert it to stream, and we can take the flow of the stream one by
Okay.
one. We don't have to
Hmm.
iterate over the loop.
Okay, okay,
That's the helpful.
okay. So do
It
we
will
have
take order of one space complexity. We don't need the order of n space complexity.
okay? It takes order of n complexity. So how you are saying this, like because stream APIs are something that makes our code simpler, right? Like we don't need to write whole loops and all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so is there any performance benefits as well while using stream API?
Yes, I have also told you the space
Mm-hmm.
complexity is taking lesser than the
Lesser.
yes. When you are able
Okay.
to going with the any collection that will take the full space, but
Hmm.
in stream it will take one by one and
Okay,
take
okay,
only order of one.
okay. How are you validating data in your project?
Means can you
Like
elaborate?
there are a lot of data might be coming into your website from front end to the back end, right? So how you
Mm-hmm.
guys are validating those data and filtering out?
In I can't able to
Okay, so I mean, I just want to ask, for example, if incorrect user
okay,
try to
okay.
register,
Yes,
or
yes. Then
if you
it will
want to. Mhm.
JW is JSON web token. We are validating with the in headers. If you are not the validated token, then we will
Okay,
throw an error.
okay. Can you give some custom exception names,
Custom exception is
custom
this.
exception that you guys are throwing in your project?
Okay, like no user found exception on is there,
Mm-hmm.
and no master data is available like
Okay,
that on exception is there. And bill
okay, okay.
ID, bill ID,
Mm-hmm.
then bill number is not found in this format like
Okay,
this.
okay. What is pass by reference and pass by value? Uh, do you know about this?
Pass by reference mean the in object in Java we are storing in two memory location. One is heap, one is
Mm-hmm.
stack.
Okay,
Okay, in heap memory, I think we are storing the reference
okay,
or and in stack memory we are storing the object. And
okay. So is data passed by reference or by value in Java programming?
Java is mainly passed by value.
Passed by value. Okay. Can we modify this behavior?
No, I think no.
No. Okay. Yes, correct. We cannot modify this behavior. Moving ahead, do you know about import and static imports?
I only know import
Okay.
static. I know the static, but I don't use static import.
Hmm. So basically, static imports allow us to access static members, fields, and methods of a class
Okay,
directly
okay,
without the class qualifier.
okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Mm, moving ahead. Uh, so, what all access modifiers are available in Java, and what are their purposes?
There are four type of access modifier: public,
Okay,
protected, default,
okay,
and private. Uh,
okay.
When
And what?
when we want to access the in one class, then we will private.
Mhm.
And when we will for the whole packages, then we
Mhm.
will use uh, protected, not protected.
Okay.
Mm. Public is for the whole application, and the default is for the package. Protected is for the child class and the parent
Mhm.
main class, and
Okay.
the default is all the packages.
Okay, okay. How do access modifiers enforce encapsulation?
In caps means when we are using private access modifier, then it will
Mhm.
bind the data into a single piece. Then we are not any insert directly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why.
yeah. Have you used a list set map in your project?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Can you tell me the differences between these?
List is mainly is a index-based collection in
Mm-hmm.
Java. And the set is we can't have the duplicate value in the set. And for
Mm-hmm.
the map, you are using
Okay.
it as a key value pair. Like for this key, what will have the value?
Mm. Okay. Okay. When would you use each of these collection in real world scenarios?
When we in the real world scenario.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then when we need the duplicate data, then we set and
Okay,
for
let's say you are working on your project. You were saying something state level project, right? And
hmm,
you uh, just tell me the scenarios from your project, like from where project you are using these collection, or you may use these collections
okay.
in perspective of your project. Like, give me a
Hmm,
scenario.
hmm. Like if I want to have to some want to get some bills, okay, then
Mm-hmm,
and want to get the exact all the bills, then we will list,
mm-hmm,
okay, and when the want to on the this in my project on the
mm-hmm,
distinct who like head of account, there is some head of account from where we
mm-hmm,
can get the bill, then this will be
mm-hmm.
distinct, it would not be the duplicate, okay, then we will set,
Okay.
okay, and from if I want to get some bill ID
Mm-hmm,
specific information, then we are saving as a map from this bill ID. We are saving the whole
mm-hmm.
object of this bill
Okay.
map.
Okay. Got it. Uh, got it. Do you know the difference between synchronized and concurrent collection?
Synchronize and concurrent.
Mm-hmm.
Synchronize mean we are not able to going the same method in a multiple threads. And concurrent mean parallel.
Okay.
Like
So
parallel
basically, synchronized collections lock on each individual operation.
in each thread. We
Yeah,
can't
and
have
yeah, we can.
access.
And whereas concurrent collection use advanced strategies to minimize lock concatenation. Yeah, sorry, contentation, improving performance in multi-threaded environment.
Access.
Mm. And can you tell me a scenario where would you choose a concurrent collection over a synchronized one?
No,
Okay.
don't have idea.
So in high concurrency applications, because they offer better scalability and performance. Okay. Can you tell me the difference between sorted and ordered collection?
Sorted.
Sorted and ordered.
Sorted and order. Sorted means that should be in ascending or descending order. But
Mhm.
what
And
is ordered
ordered.
collection? No, don't have idea for ordered collection.
Okay. So basically, ordered collection maintains elements in a specific sequence,
Like,
like
okay,
array list.
okay.
It maintains the sequence
This is the index.
in yeah, yeah. And since whereas sorted, we can uh say preset, tree map.
Okay.
Mm.
Got it.
Okay, moving ahead. What is a null pointer exception?
A null pointer except when from where we don't get any value, then
Okay.
uh, we'll throw a null pointer. Like
Mm-hmm.
when I want to fetch any data from the DP for a
Mm-hmm.
specific ID, if
Mm-hmm.
don't get any value, then it will throw null pointers.
Okay. Okay. How can we prevent null pointer exception in our
Uh,
code?
Throwing exception,
Throwing exception. And other than this,
optional was
optional class. And other than this,
other than this try catch.
It's a same exception thing. I mean, first one is similar to this one.
Yes, yes,
We can do null checks.
yes.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. Otherwise, your answer is correct. Moving ahead. Hmm. Do you know about typecasting in Java?
Yes.
Can you brief on this?
If I want to any casting any data from any
Mm-hmm.
other uh, data types, like if I want to change the long variables into int variables,
Mm-hmm.
then we are typecasting.
Okay. Okay. Which exception may be thrown while casting if there is an error?
Like if I want to change from the string to long,
Mm-hmm.
then it will, if there is any exception like oh long doesn't accept, that will throw an exception.
What
Uh,
exception?
Number format exception like that.
Number format exception. Mm. Okay. Yeah. Moving ahead. Uh, mm, can you tell me the difference between JDK, JRE, and JVM?
JDK is a Java development who is under who is the JVM and
Mm-hmm.
JRE exists. JRE means Java runtime environment, which is the main thing to run the Java code
Okay.
after compiling into bytecode.
Mm.
And JV is a Java virtual machine, which is convert this Java code into bytecode.
Okay. Okay. Uh, can a machine have multiple JDKs or JREs installed?
In a machine, I
Mm.
think no, one machine should have one.
Okay. Uh, but the answer is yes. Yeah.
Can.
Yeah, yeah, it can. A machine can have multiple versions of JDKs and JREs installed to support different applications.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it will not conflict each other.
No, because we will be having a different versions.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Moving ahead. What's the difference between stack and heap?
Stack and heap. Stack is mainly storing the main object like the values,
Mm-hmm.
and heap memory we're storing
Mm-hmm.
the reference.
Mm, okay. How they are used in Java memory management?
Like if I want to create any object like student equal to new
Mm-hmm.
student. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Mm-hmm.
it will given some value by the Java, which is the reference. It
Mm-hmm.
will store on the heap memory, and what is inside the object, it will store in the stack memory. Like
Mm.
student age, roll number, name.
Okay. What kind of variables are stored in the stack versus heap?
Uh, all the primitive data they were stores in the
Stack.
stacks.
And what about heap?
Object stored in the
Correct, correct, correct. What errors might you encounter related to stack and heap usage?
memory location. Projects.
Memory location?
Memory allocation means the
Memory
memory.
allocation. Okay, and this is for stack or heap?
This is for the
Heap. And what about stack?
stack, stack overflow. No.
Stack overflow. And for memory, it's a out of memory error.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, nice try.
Stack
Uh,
overflow is like catching from the website.
yeah, stack overflow error. Okay, fine. Uh, what is the difference between abstract class and interface in Java?
In interface in Java, we are achieving 100%. Sorry.
Mhm,
In interface, we are achieving 100% abstraction in Java, and for the
mhm.
abstraction, we are not achieving the 100%. It's vary under 0 to 100%.
Hmm. Can you convert an abstract class to an interface and vice versa?
No, no, no,
No.
we can't. No, because
Uh,
if I want to convert in a interface, then abstract class we can't, because abstract class maybe have some data types like the age or
mhm,
like that. But only interface, there is some only methods is there,
hmm.
unimplemented methods. That's not there.
Okay, okay. Uh, what are the design consideration for choosing between abstract class and interface?
Can you elaborate what
Uh,
is the question?
okay. Like let's say uh, in what type of designs or in what type of conditions we choose abstract and interface in our
A
project.
design like
Designs you can understand situation in what situation we should use you should use abstract class and in what situation you
okay,
should
okay,
use
okay, okay,
interface.
okay, okay. If I don't want to show the internal implementation of the
Mm-hmm,
classes, how it works, then we
mm-hmm,
will use only interface. And if I want to uh, take some
mm-hmm.
means take some child parent object in the Java, then
Okay,
it will take the abstract class, I think. But
okay.
interface, I am guaranteed sure that for the whole implementation were not visible to others.
Mm. So actually we should use abstract classes for closely related objects and interfaces for potentially unrelated classes
Okay.
that are implementing the same functions. Okay,
Mhm.
anyways, do you know about concurrent hash map?
Uh, no, I have heard about that, but I have never used.
Never used. So can you tell me what you have heard about
Like it
this?
suppose the concurrency and it's
Mm,
suppose the multi-threading in Java.
mm, yes, you heard right. Uh, it provide thread safe collection classes.
Mhm.
Okay, okay. Moving ahead. Okay, tell me when to use linked list over array list.
Linked list over array list.
Linked list.
Then when we want to search for the linked list is mainly for the we are storing the data also and the next addresses also. Then
Insertion is very easy in linked list,
yes, yes.
right?
But iteration is in array list is easy.
Hmm?
Iteration is in array list is easy na? For the
Yeah, you mean access the element.
yes,
Yes,
in
yes.
order of one time.
Yeah, yeah. So when we are going to add or remove operations a lot, then we should use linked list,
Okay,
and
okay,
then
okay.
we just need to just access the elements a lot
Mm-hmm.
after just filling one time. Then I think array list
Okay,
should be
got
the
it.
option. Hmm. What are the okay? So moving ahead. Mm, so what's the difference between loose coupling and tight coupling?
Loose coupling is mainly when we there is a dependency of the two classes is loosely
Hmm.
coupled. Means if the other object is not exist, then it will not affect the other classes. And the
Okay.
tightly coupled, it is means that if the other classes is not exist, it will affect
Hmm.
the whole other classes. That's the type.
Okay. Okay. What are the modules of a Spring Framework?
Modules of Spring Framework.
Mm.
Like models controller, like you are asking.
Modules, for example, Spring Core for managing
Okay, okay,
objects,
okay, okay.
AOP for adding extra features.
Okay, IOC is there. Inversion of control.
Web for creating web applications. Security.
Okay. Like the Spring Shatter case web
Mhm.
security is
Okay.
there.
Yeah,
That
yeah, yeah. Okay. Moving ahead. What is a Spring Bean?
Spring Bean is mainly when we want to use any bean like the dependency injection in Spring Boot. When we want to use
Mm-hmm.
the other classes, we Spring manages internally. Then we use like the at the rate controller, at the rate service that will in Spring it
Mm-hmm.
will consider as a bean. And when the Spring Boot application loads, that will
Mm-hmm.
scan these classes and create the bin for that. And when we use the bin, that will directly inject in the class.
Mm. Okay. Okay. And what is IOC and DI
IOC like inversion of
control?
control containers. It will contains the all beans in that when
Mm-hmm.
we and dependency injection, like if I want to create any bean in the other class,
Mm-hmm.
then we'll give annotation like at the rate auto-where, then the class name and the variable name. That will inject that object in that
Mm-hmm.
class.
Okay, okay. Nice, nice. And do you know about scopes
Scopes, like there are 4 or 5 types of scope in Spring Boot, like
like
says
singleton,
singleton
prototype?
prototypes, request scope, session scope.
Mhm. In which scenario will you use singleton and prototype?
Singleton is like when we use the object for the every system, every users. Like when we
Mm-hmm.
hitting the API, then
Mm-hmm.
for the whole application we'll use the same object. Then we will use singleton, and the for
One shared instance for
yes,
whole
yes.
application.
For
Yes, yes, correct.
and for
And
the
what about,
prototype is mainly is for the every login, I think. Like,
yeah, when we need new instance every time
mm,
the bean is requested.
yes.
Yep. And what is the default bean scope in Spring
Singleton,
Frame?
single.
Singleton. Are singleton beans thread safe?
Singleton will not traceable. We have to convert it. Yes.
Hmm. Okay, okay. Yes, correct. Can we have multiple Spring configuration files in one project?
Spring configuration file in one project.
Hmm.
Yes, I have never used it, but I think no, because it will conflict.
How it will
If
conflict?
I configure the same, like if I want to
No,
give
I'm
the
not saying the same name. I'm saying multiple Spring configuration file. So
multiple.
yes, the answer is yes. We can have multiple Spring configuration file in one project. This allows us to organize and manage our bean definitions and configurations more effectively by separating them. Okay, okay. Moving ahead, you have a large Spring Boot project with many interdependent beans, right? So how would you manage the dependencies to maintain clean code and reduce coupling?
Uh, can you elaborate further?
Suppose you have a large Spring Boot project,
Yes,
sorry,
yes.
Spring project with many interdependent beans.
Hmm.
How would you manage the dependencies to maintain clean code and reduce coupling?
Hmm. I'm not able to answer.
Okay. So in this case, we should use dependency injection. First is, I
Hmm.
mean, simple way to manage dependencies.
Yes.
Then we should utilize Spring profiles for environment specific
Okay.
configuration.
Uh.
Correct. And
Got
then
it.
we can also group related beans in a separate configuration classes. like similar beans, group related, and we
Mm-hmm.
also you can use component scan to automatically discover beans.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, no worries. Moving ahead, what are the Spring Boot starter dependencies?
Starter dependency mean it will help to start the project
Okay,
like in a server like what is Spring Boot have given
can you give an example?
like Tomcat JT 102.
Tomcat Jetty are the servers. Uh, I'm asking dependencies, Spring Boot starter dependencies.
Okay, there is some dependency like
Have you heard about Spring Boot starter web?
yes, to start
Mm,
the web application
Spring Boot
and like
starter JPA. So these
to
are
connect with the data source.
mhm, correct, correct.
Yes.
How does a Spring application get started in from the beginning or
Uh,
in the beginning?
from which have we have the main class which have annotated with the Spring Boot application. That
Mhm,
will the combination of the three annotation
mhm,
enable auto configuration and accurate
mhm,
component and accurate component scan accurate configuration. It will at first when our Spring Boot on to start the application, it will go into this main class and
mhm,
it will configure the application and all the beans are related to this is scanning these beans
mhm.
and whatever needed it will auto configure it from the POM file
Okay,
and
okay.
from that it will start and from
Mm,
there it will go in whenever we want like controller service repository.
okay, okay. Uh, got it. What does the Spring Boot application annotation do internally?
Spring Boot application. I have
Mhm,
given that it will combination of the three annotation like
mhm.
at the rate component, at the rate enable auto
At the
configuration,
rate
at the rate
component.
component is scan,
Yeah.
component scan, at the rate configuration, and
Yes,
at the
yes.
rate what I have is enable auto configuration, component and component scan
Configuration.
and configuration.
Configuration.
Uh,
Yes, yes. Correct, correct. Mm, can we disable auto configuration?
disable auto configuration. Then it will not configure the POM file and through
Mhm,
not able to load the which have need to
mhm.
load the application.
Okay. What is Spring Boot dependency management?
Spring Boot dependency management.
Mhm,
Dependency mean it will obviously is related to the beans.
Yeah, Spring Boot dependency management makes it easier to handle the dependencies that our project depends on. Instead of manually keeping track of them, Spring Boot help us. So it's a concept, Spring Boot dependency management.
Okay.
It uses tools like Maven or Gradle to organize these dependencies.
Yes.
Okay. Mm, is it possible to change the port of
Yes, yes,
embedded?
yes.
How would you do?
Server dot import in application properties. We can
Mm, nice, nice. Okay. What's the difference between request mapping and get mapping?
in the request mapping, we can mention in the request method, then which method do we want to get, like request
Mm,
method dot get, request method dot put. For the gate mapping, only gate mapping, gate request
mhm,
will be created.
mhm. Okay. And how do you test your Spring Boot application?
There is on dependency like Spring Boot starter
Mm-hmm.
case. From there, we have to in for the dependency injection, we have to mock the data
Mm-hmm.
and for the case to we have to annotate with the derivative case in
Mm-hmm.
Java SR3 case class.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. Mm. What is the purpose of unit testing in software development?
Uh, it will help to keep when our application is scaling, then there will be the bug comings of bugs is
Mhm.
decrease because from the beginning we have handled the edge cases in the case that will help.
Okay. How do JUnit and Mockito helps unit testing?
Mockito means if I have any dependency injection
Fake
is there.
versions.
Dependency injection is there,
Mhm.
but I on don't get on don't get on the data from the actual services like the
Mhm.
repository the data. Then we have mock the data and create fake object of that version and
Mhm. So this
insert.
is you told about Mockito,
Hmm,
how it helps. And what about JUnit?
uh, don't have any.
Okay, so basically, yeah, you knew, but you missed it. JUnit lets us check if each part works right, while
Okay.
Mockito lets us create
Mm-hmm.
fake versions of parts we are not testing. So
Mm-hmm.
JUnit it's just a
The block of
s-
code which.
yeah, a block of code, sub part of unit
Mm-hmm.
testing. Yeah. So can you explain the difference between mock and inject mock annotations?
Mock means if I want to create the fake object of this data, then we will mock.
Mm,
Like is whatever is there, I have used at the rate mock here.
mm,
Then it will help. And the inject mock, I think I have had, but right
okay.
now I forget it.
Yeah, yeah. So mock annotation is used to create a fake version of an object to test it without using the
Hmm.
real one.
Hmm.
Whereas inject mock is used to put these fake objects into the class we are testing.
Got it.
Uh, so this helps us see how our class works with the fakes, like
Hmm.
means mocks. Okay, anyways, what's the role of Spring Boot test annotation?
Uh, at the rate test,
Yeah, yeah.
it will test the data. Like
Mm-hmm.
it will not under the main class of this code. It is a test, like we are testing this software is
It
object
loads the
final
entire application context to ensure that all the components of application
are
work together, right?
fine. Yes. Okay.
Regarding unit testing. That's what you wanted to say, right?
Mm.
Mm. Okay. How do you handle exceptions?
In exception, like if any controller is going to throw
Mm-hmm.
exception, then we will create a new package like exception. From there,
Mm-hmm.
we have create a new class like hot on is the exception handler class is there
Mm-hmm.
and on is the exception class is there. Then we
Okay.
will going to at the rate controller going to use at the rate controller advice and given the
Mm-hmm.
controller name which controller can give us this exception and
Mm.
which method is going to accept the we are annotating with at the rate exception handler
Okay.
like that.
Mm. Can you explain the purpose of POM XML file in a Maven project?
Yes, it will form XML file mainly used to download, maintain the dependency of our project. It will auto
Mm-hmm.
configure like in the Spring Boot application, there is
Mm-hmm.
annotation like enable auto configure that will
Mm-hmm.
scan the whole form file and configure what
Mm-hmm.
we have need this for project.
Mm. How auto configuration play an important role? Spring Boot application.
Yes, if I need any dependency, if we are not able to download and the auto configuration is off, then our Spring
Mm-hmm.
Boot application will throw some unexceptional,
Okay, okay.
like
Uh,
not able to
mm,
run properly or
yes, yes.
is throwing some error.
Can we create a specific auto configuration?
We- Specific auto configuration, like
Uh, like the auto configuration that works as per our need.
As we can create, I think.
Or can we customize the existing one?
We can obviously
We can
compromise the
override
existing.
these
Yes,
settings.
yes.
And how can you disable a specific auto configuration class?
Like whichever I don't want to use, then we
Mhm.
will use exclusion keyword on that dependency.
Okay, okay. That's nice. Mm. How have you implemented caching in your Spring Boot project yet?
Not here in my corporate project, but I have used in my personal project.
Okay, which caching you have used?
Redis.
Redis cache. How did you implement that?
Like at the rate from the Spring Boot main class, we have annotated the at the rate
Mm,
enable caching, and for
mm,
the whois method we want to use caching, then
mm.
I have to annotate it at the rate cacheable.
Okay, okay. And have you used Kafka?
Not yet. I have heard.
You have. Okay, no worries. And okay, so moving ahead, let's say your Spring Boot application is experiencing performance issues under high load, right? So, what are the steps you would take to identify and address the performance?
At first, whose method is failing this performance testing. I have
Mm-hmm,
to goes on to test method. After
mm-hmm,
that, I have checked if any for loop is going repeatedly iterate or what kind of, then we'll uh, remove that loop and try to optimize. And
mm-hmm,
if our database is taking time so much, then we'll need to take step like if after using indexing, it will take some
mm-hmm,
optimization or not, like that.
mm. Okay, and have you created versioning in REST APIs? Have you done versioning in REST APIs?
No, I am creating on the same version. We have not.
Same version.
Uh,
But can you tell me what are the best practices for versioning?
Yes, versioning is good because we will not conflict with the old type of code in the
Mm-hmm.
future. Because we
Mm-hmm.
are, if we maintain the version is which version our code is
Mm-hmm.
there, like V1, V2.
Mm-hmm.
Then if I in the future if I need some uh, code like whichever is working properly, but in this version is not working properly,
Mm-hmm.
then we have to take that version.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best
Nice.
practices, but
Nice.
we are not using.
Okay. No worries, but at least you know. That's the main thing. Okay, so Abdul, it's done from my end and was very, very interesting.